Batman, the Caped Crusader, the Dark Knight. But what really drives this iconic hero to put on the cape and cowl every night? Today, we're diving into the psychology of Batman, how a tragic past and an unbreakable moral code forged one of the most complex characters in comic book history. Bruce Wayne's story begins in a dark alley when he was just a child. Witnessing his parents' murder right before his eyes was the moment that shattered his world. But instead of succumbing to despair, Bruce turned his trauma into a mission. This loss became the driving force behind his relentless pursuit of justice. Unlike other heroes who gain powers or adopt personas for glory or duty, Batman's motivation is deeply personal. He's not fighting to save the world. He's fighting to make sure no one else has to experience the pain he went through. This trauma didn't just create Batman. It shaped every aspect of who he is. The brooding, the darkness, the endless drive, it all traces back to that one pivotal moment. But here's where it gets even more interesting. Bruce Wayne and Batman are two sides of the same coin. Bruce is the mask that Batman wears to blend into society, a necessary facade to keep up appearances. When he's Batman, he's his true self, unyielding, focused, and almost obsessed with his mission. This duality creates a constant inner conflict. Bruce Wayne might live in a mansion, but Batman dwells in the shadows of Gotham. The real challenge? Balancing these two identities while never losing sight of the mission. It's this complex relationship between Bruce and Batman that keeps the character so endlessly fascinating. Now, let's talk about Batman's moral code, specifically his rule against killing. Despite being a vigilante who operates outside the law, Batman's refusal to take a life is non-negotiable. Why? Because crossing that line would make him no better than the criminals he fights. This rule isn't just about maintaining a moral high ground, it's about control. Batman knows that if he allows himself to kill even once, he could spiral out of control. He walks a razor-thin line between justice and vengeance, and his code is the only thing keeping him from becoming the very thing he despises. It's also a reflection of his trauma. Batman wasn't born in that alley. He was created by it. By not killing, he ensures that he never inflicts the same pain that turned him into the Dark Knight. In a way, every criminal he brings to justice is another chance to save the boy who lost his parents that night. So, what drives the Dark Knight? It's a cocktail of trauma, an unyielding sense of justice, and a moral code that keeps him from becoming the monster he fights against. Batman is more than just a hero. He's a symbol of resilience, a reminder that even in the face of unspeakable pain, we can choose to stand up and fight. Whether you see him as a vigilante, a protector, or a tortured soul, one thing is clear. Batman's psychology is what makes him one of the most compelling characters in the comic book world. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the mind of Batman, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more videos like this. And remember, in the words of the Dark Knight himself, it's not who I am underneath, but what I do that defines me.